It's ObamasWeapon.com. Did you hear my friends at U.S. Investigative Services on my website? Actually, it's one person. And she is so awesome because you don't even know that she's the same as me. We're kind of like the same type of person. That's what makes her so fucking awesome. Activist is what I'm talking about. Activism. And no, she's better than me actually, because I'm just a beat up motherfucker. I didn't even get the chance to do that. Let me just say that people have privacy in their own mind. They get to develop who they are and who they want to be only because they have privacy. Now, to a degree, government's dictating a lot of stuff. They're controlling a lot of it, limiting propaganda, developing systems to control people and what they do and know and don't know. Well, in my case, I had direct tampering, going into my mind, breaking me, busting me up, torture. A variety of ways, from simply being in a jail, or a state hospital, or the introduction of drugs to fuck me up. It was to leave me paralyzed in my bed so I couldn't even get up. To cover up the staff who wanted me dead. Who had assaulted me and wanted me dead because he's a bully. See, that's what it's about. They're all like that. Every fucking hospital unit has one of those dickwads that wants to go too far. He's there just to bully and rough people up, and the consequences for people are usually the ones who come into that person's care. Men are the worst. Women are also bad. Women are rapists just like men. They'll rape patients. You leave a 12-year-old boy in the care of an older woman, she wants to get on top of him and hump him. And I heard a story, someone told me about a kid in foster care. Older woman humps him, breaks his hip. So fucking funny. But then it got me thinking about a walrus. I saw this on fucking YouTube. A walrus raping a penguin. It got me thinking about that. How women are just like that. So are men. The fucking pleasure of humping something is so fucking great that people will fucking rape to get it. And it has nothing to do with anything but that. Because whoever was willing to rape and hump and have the most sex was the most successful, the DNA. See? And the people that didn't have sex died off because they didn't have sex as much. It's evolution. It's science. And that's the world we're living in. Whoever was the most violent, the most shitty, the most rapist, the most murderous, fucking became dominative. Because their DNA prospered, but people who were more peaceful died off. That's why we have our society today. It's shit. You don't even know who you are. You have a massive ego, narcissistic trait that makes you think you're better and that you're okay and you're good. That's the one. You're not any better than anyone else, though, and you never can admit it. Most people can't. They always you have someone who's a worthless piece of shit, doing drugs or doing whatever, or not even like being a rocket scientist and hasn't led to anything good for anyone her whole life. But yeah, she goes around saying, "Oh, at least I'm better than these fucking nigger homeless people on the streets." Yeah, sure you are. Her flaws there were the drug use, and in fact, she's never really done anything in her life either to make a difference. And yeah, she thinks she's better than everyone else. Everyone's like that. Oh, well, I made it through school and I have a job. Well, that means I'm better than everyone, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Well, if our DNA had been a little different, and if peaceful DNA was allowed to prosper, well, we'd have a much different society today, because everyone's DNA would be based off that. Instead, the one who was the most violent, murderous, who killed the most people and was the last one standing, the last one that could go and have the ability to mate, he spread his seed. And there's lots of inbreeding too. Inbreeding creates, whatever's left breeds together. And so you end up with the product of that. And then eventually it spreads and spreads. And when you have the wars that go on, the most violent DNA is out there fucking tearing people up. Whoever wants to shoot someone dead, come join the military or whatever. Bam, bam, bam. They kill everyone else. Civilians and stuff, a lot of the times. Or the king would go out, slaughter everyone under him. It was just their peasants living. They could have been more peaceful peasants, But they didn't have the organization quite as much to organize as the king, who actually had the most violent of the DNA of all. And all the different people who would surround the king had the most violent tendencies, the willingness to kill and do bad things, and to do whatever it took to maintain power, either for themselves or the throne. That's the way societies are built. And throughout society, history, you have the hunters who, if you're the peaceful hunter who wouldn't kill the other hunters, well then you might get killed yourself. See? So that's the way it worked. The peaceful hunters died. The violent ones killed the peaceful hunters. Then you had the Salem witch trials, and you had people getting killed. Come on, violent shit. You have the stoning of people. You have the throwing away of people in prison. Not all. Anyway. Oh God, I hate the planet. I unfortunately was born into this, around violence. People who sucked, uneducated freaks who didn't even care about me at all, or anyone else. And I didn't have the type of parents, and a lot of other people don't have the type of parents that care two shits about them. And not only that, but all the other people don't care about them either. Some people have parents that pour them a lot of money into their kids. Oh, I want to breed a blue brat bitch who is going to do whatever it takes to win. Some of them are like that. And they get taken care of, and they get all their bad tendencies are nurtured. That is going on in a lot of people. Bad tendencies getting nurtured in a lot of people. Anyway, most of society sucks. Yep, that's all I got to say. I know I started off having another thing I was going to say in this video. But I don't have anything else to say now, because one of the things about my brain injury is I forget everything now. They damaged me so good. What I have is very temporary like memory. You can't put something new. If anything new comes into my mind, it's immediately replacing the old stuff. All I have is a portion of my brain left. That's the thing. The government hurt me so bad that all I have is a part of my brain left. And I'm not even allowed to sit there and think anymore. They took away my freedom to express myself and generate expression. They just beat my brain in to kill me, get rid of me. Because I happen to know secrets. I still know those secrets, and I know where to find the evidence, but the government has made it so, guess what? There is no money to go track down the evidence for anything, anywhere. There is no system of justice in America. Because guess what? Justice is controlled by the violent cops who kill people on the streets and have been trained to spy on people illegally. They believe that the Fourth Amendment is meaningless as long as they do their spying in secret. It only matters in the court. Even the courts admit that. Well, this only means something because in the court of law, you would exclude the evidence but that's why they parallel construct. They found a way to include the evidence that they legally obtained with parallel construction. And evidence that they got to frame someone too. I mean, it's not even that they're being honest about the evidence. They're withholding evidence, and that's illegal. The laws say that's illegal. You're not allowed to withhold evidence. You're not allowed to. NSA can't withhold evidence if they knew some. FBI can't. The state employees can't. District attorney can't. They're not allowed to do it. It says, in fact, there's a rule in Oregon and other, there's case law on different laws, and but it's a big violation of due process to do that, really. In a criminal defense, if you're framing someone, that's highly illegal. In Oregon, there's a rule that says it's presumable that whoever withheld the evidence did so on purpose to sabotage the other party. So, so there could be some evidence proving a person's innocence, but that other party withholds it all, like the district attorney or whatever, or the state. Maybe the attorney general did it, or the state police. And they might have done it totally secretly. Maybe there's someone they're just holding the secrets. See? Or it could be somewhere documented that it's there, but they're just withholding it. They don't want no one to have it. It could be security video, cameras, and mics that record the whole fucking thing secretly. But all the people involved don't want no one to know about that. Well, when that type of crap goes on, the district attorney general's there to defend the state, right? That's what they do. Well, they go into court and they lie about it. Well, they're withholding all the evidence and all the stuff they know, all the secrets. And then they get the false conviction of it and everything. And the only way that you're allowed to basically, you can't exclude something if they don't even admit they obtained it, but they had the information. So what they do is, it's a tactic of introducing stuff or getting something to happen another way, or what they do is they find another way to uncover how they figured it out, and that's the stuff that's in the record. And they just lie, basically. Another thing they'll do is they'll lie and say, oh, before we got at the house, we were not spying on Todd Giffen, then we beat his ass up, and we did not frame him, and we didn't do nothing to him. That's the big problem with NSA surveillance. If they're criminally utilizing the whole surveillance system, and there's no way even for the public to know what's going on with it, well, I guess the state gets to do a lot of secret crap with it, don't they? And if you look up COINTELPRO, they did a lot of secret stuff with this NSA and CIA and FBI a long time ago in the military. COINTELPRO, they were framing people, setting them up, planting evidence, taking them into court, getting rid of them, breaking up civil rights movements. That's what they were doing. More. They could go after anyone, someone in the media, an attorney. Dude, they were doing it. It's on Wikipedia. There's a whole bunch of stuff on COINTELPRO right there. And these are cited references. Go fucking read the book. And there's quotes from the book right there about all the stuff they did in COINTELPRO. Or you go to the FBI vault and they've got the documents there on the programs. Or there's videos on YouTube of the senators talking about it in 2006. You had different senators who investigated this stuff. The church committee people were on C-SPAN and they were somewhere talking about it. And they're just, oh man, you'll never believe what we uncovered today. Because they were the first ones that ever had access to all the unclassified information on all the agencies. The first ones with almost no restrictions. And since then, they've never done that since. They've never had a big, thorough review with independent investigators and all that. Go through the fucking intelligence agencies' documents and systems and nothing. Back in the 70s, they did that with church committee. And they were going through the records, sending an expert in. Oh my God, the expert comes back and he tells the senator, "You'll never believe what I found today. Dude, the FBI was hiring mafia people to go and kill other people by murder. They were fucking tapping Martin Luther King, blah, blah, blah. They tried to get him to kill himself. They had a whole plot to get him to kill himself." The FBI is secretly responsible for everything that happened to King. He's dead today only because of the FBI. And probably the way you know this is because the FBI was trying to shut him down rather than protecting him. They weren't protecting King. They wanted him dead. They hated his ass. So he's dead now. That's why he's dead. It's not even a conspiracy. That's called deductive reasoning, just based on what I know. They wanted him dead, so they weren't protecting him, so he's fucking dead. I mean, weren't they spying on him so good? Why didn't they protect him? Huh? They weren't. That's not what their purpose was. Their purpose was to shut him down, maybe even kill him. I mean, there's more advanced information out there about some of this, about people that get killed and how the government's involved in those people that get killed. But that's for another video. There's a lot of information out there on that.